I've said this before, much like you can't buy an AT-4 rocket launcher, you don't need to buy an AR-15 either. Some weapons don't need to be made public.
But shotgun would be my weapon of choice in a crowded school.
Would it?
Oh dear, here we go.
Yeah, dude. Shotgun with a wide choke on it.
Semi-automatic, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, dude. Just boom, boom, boom. And every time you get downtime, just start loading shells while you're walking.
If you need 30 rounds of high-capacity assault rifle to protect your home, you're fucked to begin with. Because if you need that many people, you're either that bad of a shot or you got the whole crew against you. You up there in Scarface world.
You to touch my front porch. That's all I need to signify threat to my home. I gave my home address out just a while ago. People lucky. Wings lucky people don't know where he lives at. Here you go. Please give me a shot.
But Wings typed in his home address into the live stream chat box. And I'm like, WTF? But I guess that's the deal? You say bring it. I'm armed?
Stand straight. I'm armed to the fucking teeth. I have fucking life integrity. I do not give a fuck what you got. I guarantee you I'm a better shot than you. I guarantee I can control recoil better than you. I want to have a fucking mountain of bodies on my damn doorstep. The cops come by and be like, what happened here, Mr. Jordan? Fucking YouTube dude's a bitch.
Right. Secondly, if let's say let's go back to like the movie theater back with James Holmes and he was shot at the Batman movie theater. Say the police show up and there's an actual gunfight going out in a darkened theater with multiple people shooting. Who do you shoot? How do you identify the shooter at that point when you got multiple people blasting in a darkened room?
Wouldn't you like to have it if you needed it?
Well, I'd rather those 15 kids grow up to be something. One of those 15 kids could have cured cancer.
I'm talking about taking every gun I own, converting them to fully automatic, loading up on clips, sewing some Kevlar together, and shoot up a mall.
Oh wow.
Nice. Mine is
A
weak
terrorist,
in comparison to yours.
Like start shooting people up at the malls. Blang, 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 blang. The little kids get it first. Machine gun down right in the front row.
And you believe gun control could stop a shooting like that?
I believe seatbelts save lives.
And you believe gun control could stop a shooting like that?
I believe seatbelts save lives.
Because you can still go buy a gun. If these dudes wanted to really shoot up a place, they find a gun.
Right, but
Gun control or not, they'll find it.
right, but that's a mental health issue. But you should still make it hard as possible for them to get their hands on a gun. This guy had Instagram tweets, he had Facebooks, he had all these telltale signs that said he was going to do mass shooting. He had truancy charges. He had he cut himself.
People reporting it.
No, people did report it, but he was still able to buy a gun. All these things happened. He literally went to school with like cuts on his face because he thought it looked cool, and nobody red flagged this motherfucker from buying guns. This is a failure of the system.
Has there ever been a period or moment in your life where you really shouldn't have had access to firearms?
Oh, my whole life, pretty much. I mean, like I've gone to serious depression routes many times, and like shoot, I mean everybody's planned it out, but I've planned out mass shootings.
Nice. All right.
I've planned out mass shootings.
Nice. All right.
People would be able to find modified magazines if they were banned.
Well, you went. I'm just saying, you don't think you would just take the modified magazine out the gun and put a full one in? But at that point, you just to turn all the modified magazines away. I mean, being able to get a magazine that's non-modified, yeah, people will do it. They're criminals. They're going to break the law. But you got to make it harder. You just can't be like, well, we can't solve anything. Let's just not do anything. That's a terrible logic. It's terrible.
That's not what I'm saying. I would.
No, what you're saying. What you're saying is the house has roaches. We can't get rid of all the roaches, so let's kill none of them.
No, I'm saying I don't think gun control is as effective as you're saying, and I think what would be better. I was just saying put a guard there, put a police officer there. That would be better than gun control.
There was a police officer in a Florida school, and all he did was run outside and wait for backup while kids got shot to death.
Well, he New Zealand just have a mass shooting
That's not
law?
Australia.
They have a bunch of gun laws?
That's not
New
Australia.
Zealand has, but they have a bunch of gun laws, and it was like last year, right?
Yeah, but they've had one. How many we've had in the same time period?
Well, I think we got a lot more people, too. It's government, CIA pushing gun control. They got an agenda.
It's got nothing to do with government. That's Looney Tune talk right there. Yeah, I think a large. It's how like the internet is turning like undue masculinity into hatred. Grenade get them.
I just got insta-killed.
Gun control is too late. There's more guns than people now. I mean, like, with that attitude, yeah. Here's the whole thing with like good guy with good gun, right? First off, we're not saying take away all guns. We're saying to take away assault rifles.
What that has to do with gun control?
It has everything to do with gun control because you're saying that if you take away assault rifles from the public, that good people won't be able to defend themselves from bad people. I'm just saying
guns.
And I'm saying assault rifles. That's the form of gun control. Just like you can't own a tank, you shouldn't own an assault rifle. Just like you're not allowed to have a rocket launcher, you don't need an assault rifle.
But wouldn't you like to have it if you needed it?
Well, I'd rather those 15 kids grow up to be something. One of those 15 kids could have cured cancer.
And you believe gun control could stop a shooting like that?
I believe seatbelts save lives.
And you believe gun control could stop...
Nice. All right.
I'd kill his whole family. I literally would. I would have shot him in the yard. I would have gotten my fucking truck with a box of shells. I would have drove over to his family's house and killed them too. There was no way I was going to make it through that day without retribution.
Well, that's when you step your game up. What's to say I couldn't take this and run down a crowd at a movie theater? 2002, Z71. They won't see it coming. They'll be chatting with their buddies, creep up beside them, and just run them right the fuck over. This is a 5,000-pound piece of steel capable of 100 miles an hour. This would kill the fuck out of you. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't outrun it. You can probably go inside, but if you're outside, you're done.
Okay.
I bought a bunch of arrows. Yeah, I was ready for zombies, man. I was waiting for that to happen. I never did.
Oh, white boy, you should you come me. I'll teach you how to make pipe bombs. I can make pipe bombs for $5 a pop.
Wings. You saw a Snoop Dogg commercial?